I'm only joking. Right, Julian Lee's your first act in this section. There's two. Make some noise for Julian Lee!
You all right? Okay, you heard the name Julian, you weren't expecting this accent, were you? To be fair. But a round of applause for Danny. He's done a great job tonight. Go on, round of applause for Danny. Oh, good. Right, as you can see, I'm an older gentleman and I've had fucking loads of jobs. For example, I used to support the rights of workers in a napkin factory in Moscow. I was in the Soviet Union. Come on! At the start of COVID, I was temporarily laid off from my job at the wine company. I was Merlot. Whoa! Boom, you fucker! Actually, I've just started a new job this week. And my new boss came over to us. He says, your old boss has sent your reference over from the helium factory. He speaks very highly of you. I was at work today and I had to change my bus pass, I had to change my password. Okay, so I chose delicate luggage handler. As I was told, it had to be case sensitive. Oh, you're a lovely audience, much nicer than the audience last week. I walked on stage, and before I'd even said a word, this bloke shouted out, "I bet you don't have any jokes about ships having sufficient chimneys." Funnily enough, you're so nice, I'm a certain age, as I mentioned, and I worry about my health. So I went to the doctors recently, and it turns out I have an aversion to chickpeas from above the equator. It's a northern hemisphere. Boom. I'm a fucking grown man doing these jokes. What am I doing, man? But while I was in the waiting room, I got talking to this person and they were cross-eyed. So I said to them, is it a burden being cross-eyed? They says, well, you can look at it two ways. So I worry about my health and I worry about my family's health. So when I heard that my dyslexic cousin had a worrying cough and lung infection, I told him to call the TB helpline. Now he's got a 12-month landline and broadband contract. The Beecham's powder I bought didn't cure me cold, as promised, so I wrote them a snotty letter. Insomnia, living the dream. Huh? Right. I'm in Liverpool, so I've got to ask this question, right? Why are Liverpool fans so concerned that someone didn't wear aftershave? They're always singing that song. You never wore cologne. Yes. I've got an interesting new neighbour, a Scottish cyclops called Ian. Ironically spelt with two I's. Should there be more monocle wearers in the UK? I, for one, think there should. I like to try new things. So last week, I took a horticulture class. But she didn't like opera. Come on, catch up. Yeah, well done, Noel's lass, well done. I tell you what I did do during COVID. I finally got round to watching The Exorcist. Had to change my underpants twice. I genuinely didn't think it would turn us on that much. Oh, come on, Julian, man, It's all right, I haven't watched it tonight. You're all right. Me mate reckons he saw a scarecrow masturbating, but I think he's just clutching its jaws. See those feet from a big lad there? I almost gave up on my world record ejaculation attempt, but I've come this far. Right, the next joke is lowbrow, highbrow, okay? Lowbrow, highbrow. So when you hear the lowbrow bit, remember there's a highbrow bit coming straight after, okay? I came on my girlfriend's face whilst reading J.D. Salinger. Catch her in the rye? No, she was wearing her glasses. Right, I'll tell you what I'll do with you, right? I promised some highbrow there, but it was just vulgar, wasn't it? It was just vulgar. So what we'll do a little bit of culture now, okay? Are you ready for that? You look at culture, gentlemen. Yeah. See, CP stands for cultured person, doesn't it? Yeah. Way aye. So I'm going to read a poem, okay? Is that okay? Poem? Yep. It's called The Reluctant Cowboy. Okay? Now, it's very personal to us, so thank you very much for your patience. The Reluctant Cowboy. I'm not getting on that fucking horse. It's not even a poem. It's a dog on a skateboard. I've just finished a book about an argumentative Russian monk disputing. Pass the parcel. In England, a parlour game. For a Colombian drug mule, part of his job description. I've just brought out a pubic hair shampoo. Wash and go, Nad. Maybe it's not. Hey, I tell you what, my favourite Lionel Richie song is about a discotheque in a prison. Dancing on the Sea Wing. Okay, I've got a teenage son, and he's accused us of being obsessed with the song YMCA. I said, young man. Then he asked us another question, and I saw Danny doing it earlier. We all know what dabbing is, yeah? You all know what dabbing is? So my son said to me, he says, Dad, do you dab? I said, of course I don't, son. I use a rolled up note and snort. Don't think he was expecting that, to be fair. And then he said, Dad, did you know that chocolate produces the same neurotransmitters as cocaine? I said, yes, I did know that, son. And is that why you've got a Toblerone wedge up your nose? Homicide is when you kill a man. Suicide is when you kill yourself. T-side is when you lose the will to live. Right, you've been absolutely lovely. We're nearly there. Last year, I published a joke book. Ooh. Julian Lee's joke books on Amazon. 14 5-star reviews. I'm from a big family. So you can follow us on Twitter I'll just keep it here. At Julian Lee Comedy. And we've got 3 jokes and we'll get it done. Right? Are you ready for the last 3 jokes? You have been lovely, by the way. I've been in a fucking funny mood all day and you've helped us right out. So thank you very much for that. I tell you which serial killer that would have never been able to hang. Ted Bundy. Don't ask us to do the mime for that. It's awful. It's awful. Oh, I've got a European joke for you here. You ready? European joke? Last weekend, I took my pet lizard to a convention in Zurich. Imagine my shock when I walked in and it was just limp penis after limp penis. Turns out I'd misheard and it wasn't a reptile Swiss function. Fucker. That was a good one. That'll go my next post on Noel. Okay. Right, it's nearly holiday time for a lot of people, but I've just got back from my holidays. I've just got back from a Caribbean resort that kept getting smaller. It was the Dominican Republic. My name's Julian Lee. You've been absolutely brilliant. Thank you.
Julian Lee. Right, there's one more act of the evening. He's one of my favourite acts. He's called Liverpool.